Good evening and welcome to the Westfield, Washington Township Advisory Planning Commission meeting for Monday, February 2nd, 2026 at 7 p.m. Staff, could you please ascertain the presence of a quorum?
Mr. Bunkfest. Mr. Horke.
Here.
Mr. Khan.
Present.
Dr. Keene. Ms. Carlson.
Here.
Mr. McCarty.
Here.
Mr. Mooney.
Here.
Mr. Neal.
Present.
Mr. Waniger.
Here.
Quorum.
We do have a quorum, and I don't, Billy didn't text me that he was going to be online, but you may watch for him in case he does decide to appear. I also want to welcome Councilor Waniger to his place, sitting down there in old Mr. Woodard's spot, and we appreciate you joining and the insight you're going to bring. So thank you for being here. With that, and Dr. Keene is in Aruba, which is fantastic for him and terrible for us. But Billy's in California, so he's doing better too. Yeah, there's nobody here. This is amazing. I have one. Let's see, what do I got here? This note on the comprehensive plan, changed to agenda. It wasn't actually on this for this evening, correct? This is an old note. I have City of Westfield comprehensive plan will not be heard this evening. That was our plan too. Is that correct? Originally?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. It was an original posting that we would have a public hearing this evening.
Understood.
That's since changed.
Very good. So we will be having that. I'll be talking about that here towards the end. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the previous meeting minutes for January 20th, 2026. This is the pleasure of the commission.
So moved.
Moved by Councilor McCarty. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mooney. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to approve some changes to the 2026 Plan Commission meeting dates. I think for an explanation, I'll probably move to, Kevin, is there anything you want to say? Looks like what I have here is that we would change the May 4th, 2026 meeting to the Wednesday, May 4th meeting to the Wednesday, May 6th date because of state and local voting. This site will be a polling site, and the same for the Monday, November 2nd meeting would move to Wednesday, November 4th for the same purpose.
Yep, correct. That's the only change that we're proposing. Sorry we missed that last fall, but yeah, due to polling location, we'll push that till after the election in both months.
Very good. What's the pleasure of the commission?
I'll make a motion to approve the revised 2026 APC
Second.
meeting dates.
Okay, motion.
them out?
No, I read them. Motion by Mr. Mooney, second by Mrs. Carlson. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. If staff would now please review tonight's rules of procedure.
1 second.
No problem.
Alrighty. So I am just going to go through the items of business as we do not have a public hearing item. Starting with the rules of conduct. Please do not disrupt the proceedings in any way. If you need to have a private discussion, then we ask that you quietly exit the room. Please silence your devices at this time. If you must answer them, then please quietly exit the room. If you are attending in person and wish to speak in regards to a petition scheduled for a public hearing, please line up along the west wall. Not pertinent. Sorry, a lot of these are not pertinent. All right, so procedures for items of business. For items that do not require a public hearing, the department will summarize the petition and highlight any changes or modifications since the item was last before the Plan Commission. The department will also describe what action, if any, is necessary to be taken. The petitioner will be given up to 15 minutes to present any changes. Finally, the commission will then act upon the petition.
Thank you very much. Next section on our agenda is the consent agenda. We have one item, which is 2601-DDP-03, which is AutoZone. If there is nothing from staff, I would entertain a motion related to the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Moved by Councilor McCarty. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Horke. Any further discussion? Staff, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Horke.
Yes.
Mr. Khan.
Yes.
Ms. Carlson.
Yes.
Mr. McCarty.
Yes.
Mr. Mooney.
Yes.
Mr. Neal.
Yes.
Mr. Waniger.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is our singular item of business, 2601-ZOA-01, which is the ever lovely the Unified Development Ordinance for the sign update. We will turn to Mrs. Lauren Gillingham Teague for further conversation related to signs.
Thank you, Mr. President. For the record, Lauren Gillingham Teague, Community Development Department. Let me pull up one of my exhibits here. So I have provided a clean ordinance, a red line, and then a UDO red line showing how it changes the existing UDO. Before the meeting, Councilor McCarty pointed out that there is a mistake in this clean version. I missed the enter key in this definition. Drive-through should not be included in the district non-residential definition. My mistake. Hope that did not cause too much confusion. So from kind of a high-level overview of changes since this was last before you, we have finished refining the agricultural, residential, and non-residential definitions. If you recall from our last meeting, that was something that we were still discussing, kind of how to separate these definitions and make it clear and really just align it throughout the UDO and throughout this ordinance. Also adds some director discretion for incidental signs. These are signs that are really important but are really hard to classify without opening up the code to abuse. So, for example, a hospital might need several large monument signs for directional purposes. Those are technically signs. There's, obviously they're for directional purposes. They're not to attract attention. With this, the director shall have the discretion to determine whether a sign is an incidental sign based upon the visibility, the location, and then the presence of a commercial message in order to potentially permit these kind of signs where they wouldn't otherwise be allowed. And then finally, we did add temporary storage container as a prohibition. So in, I believe, the meeting before last, we added movable waste container as being a prohibited location for a sign. We've now added temporary storage container as well. So, for example, the pods at Target, kind of the metal storage containers, occasionally there's a banner hung on those. That would not be permitted under this ordinance. Also adds some kind of more teeth to our sign maintenance standards, particularly signs in long-term state of disrepair. It accentuates some language found elsewhere in the ordinance that staff and enforcement staff could remove or bring enforcement action upon a sign under certain circumstances. And I think that is really the bulk of the changes made since last meeting. Are there any questions? Any kind of philosophical thoughts on signs?
I've done way too much philosophical thinking on this particular topic. Fellow commission members, questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing and hearing none.
Mike,
I'm sorry, Mr. Mooney.
More just clarification. Where do we land on how often we would review this going forward? I had that written down, and
How often we would review this? I want to do this once a year, to be honest, going through kind of what worked and what didn't work in that year. It's pretty traditional for planning departments to do an end of the year review, particularly with BZA cases, and I'd like to bring that back.
thanks.
Any other comments or questions? Seeing and hearing none, I would entertain a motion which is related to a recommendation for City Council.
Make a motion to send a favorable recommendation for 2601 ZOA-01 UDO sign update.
Moved by Councilor McCarty. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Khan. Any further discussion? Staff, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Khan,
Yes.
Ms. Carlson,
Yes.
Mr. McCarty,
Yes.
Mr. Mooney,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Waniger,
Yes.
Mr. Horke.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Very good. We'll move that on to City Council's agenda. As stated earlier, there are no public hearing items for this evening. We do have several continued items, and I have an update for each of those. Of course, if you have any questions, you can turn those to staff. For Ironstone, we have the next anticipated workshop meeting on Tuesday, the 17th of February. Of course, that is subject to change. Related to the Westfield Comprehensive Plan, we have a anticipated public hearing, which is, I believe, a special meeting on the 11th of March, which is a Wednesday. Of course, subject to change. Sugarleaf, the anticipated public hearing date for that will be also on the 2nd of March, which of course is subject to change. And for the built PUD, the anticipated public hearing date is also on the 2nd of March, of course, subject to change. Sir?
Will Ironstone be at this next workshop at the usual workshop location, or will it be here? Or have we figured that out yet? It's not like we were overrun with eager residents wanting to be in here for it the last time, so it would seem like city services would work by the time we get to the next one. Yeah. Just want to clarify that.
Good question. No problem.
So the calendar on the website lists it as city services, as do the calendar invitations. The Outlook calendar invitations also listed as city services. So I think
Yeah, I
that's
think,
been the,
yeah, based on our last workshop that we had here, it probably makes no sense to move it.
yep.
At that
I
stage.
just didn't want to move it again if we had already rescheduled it to here, like
Sure.
a lot of back and forth, but it
Yep.
looks like we are posting it as a meeting at city services.
Very
So
good.
if you guys are okay moving it back there, then I think we keep it there.
Any thoughts? Look like everybody's kind of okay with it. With that, we'll leave that there then. As a note, and then Mr. Bunkerfist, I haven't thrown this upon him yet. I do not anticipate to be here, I think I mentioned this to staff though, on the March 2nd meeting, which now is Sugarleaf and Built. And so Mr. Bunkerfist will be very surprised to have had his gavel. I will not be present. So with that, if there are no other questions related to those items, we have reports and comments, Plan Commission members to each other. Anything to say? Mr. Horke?
I'm just getting ready
Oh,
for
okay.
no report on plan.
Very good. City Council Liaison.
Yeah,
Councilmember
just
McCarty.
real briefly, as always, if you have any questions after my email updates to y'all, please let me know. But otherwise, we had a vote on the Harmony PUD, approved 6-1 that came out of here, as well as a vote on the community health, mental health facility. That was denied 4-3. The WWS PUD amendment for the new middle school, that was approved unanimously. And then I was just going to also mention the built PUD that was introduced, but it won't be back at APC, as you mentioned, till next month.
Questions for Councilor McCarty? Seeing and hearing none. We have nobody from the BZA appeal section, so we'll hear a wonderful report next time around. Plat Committee.
Haven't met since we last met, and the meeting for next week has already been canceled.
Okay, very good. Community Development Department to the commission.
Nothing new that we haven't already talked about.
All right, seeing and hearing no items, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Councilor McCarty. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Khan. Any further discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries, and we are adjourned at 7:15 p.m. Sorry, man.
They didn't answer a lot of our questions.
Really?
We had a real short agenda
They were
tonight.
being very shady about a lot of stuff.
We're all done.
Oh, yeah. And they would only let us talk to the attorney. And, when, like.
God, you would think